Hello everyone, welcome back. Thought I'd show you a few more trains from the past here. That's the very nice EM2 electric locomotive, one of Triang's little masterpieces really, and it will run off of the catenary if I had any, but the previous owner has actually wired it so that it just picks up off of the track. But it is reversible, it's just a matter of removing a wire. I think he did that for reliability because there's a switch on the roof somewhere, one of these things. You move one of those oblong objects. Which one is it? Is it that one? I don't know, I can't remember now. Yeah, you move one of those and that's the switch for, you can either have it picking up from the track or the overhead wire, or you can have it in the middle position, which means it's just dead and isolated. So that's that one. The other one we got is this one from the mid-70s, this one, about a decade later, and quite nice detail. It's got a little bit of cab interior. We're getting shadows because I've got the light on above me because it's the sun's gone in at the moment. These were used on the Great Northern Main Line out of King's Cross for a little while until they discovered how hopeless they were. And then they got sent up to Scotland, I think, or somewhere, I don't know. And we've got in pulling a couple of Gresley coaches. With the EM2, we've got some Triang coaches there, the full length ones. And then over on the other side there, we've got Princess Margaret, I think, Princess Margaret Rose. I have to have a look at that when it comes round. And I've got some of those 70s blood and custard coaches on the back of that one. So let's get going then. Someone did comment that I had a couple of nice comments. One said thank you for making the videos because he was ill, and you know, it keeps him going watching all the train videos on YouTube. So that was a nice comment. And I had another comment from someone who wanted to know for me to feature the buses a bit more. To be honest, although I drive buses, I don't really know a lot of the ins and outs. I'll give you a little bit of a video on a bus at the end of this video, tacked on the end, so to speak. But it might be a short series of videos on buses, or I might do the occasional feature when I can think of something to say on them. But I mainly use them on the layout because my dad had a small collection when he was alive, and he passed them over to me, the ones he had, and I've got the bug and I added to it, so I've got quite a lot of buses, as you can see, actually on the layout. And I've got some other ones dotted around the room from they're Hong Kong buses. They used British bus companies because of course they drive on the left, and it was a British colony, and we sold them our buses. But the Hong Kong buses are interesting because the more modern ones, they're 3-axle buses. They have 2 axles at the back, and they're a little bit longer than your normal double-decker. But anyway, there's the EM2, which I think is, as I said, it's a little masterpiece from Triang, going back to I think 61, is it, or something like that. Excellent piece of model making. In fact, we'll stop it in a minute and have a look. And there's this one. This one's got the ring-filled motor in it. This is from about 76, I think. And I've got the blue one as well, which looks really nice. And they run really, really good. There's a slight problem with one of the bogies on these that they also did on the Class 25 and the High-Mech with the same mechanism. It's that they've got like a pivot on one side of the bogie, and because it's on one side of the bogie, this is the trailing bogie, it kind of leans over to one side. So I've tried to disguise that a bit by leaning it the opposite way to what it's I don't know how to explain it, but I've made it look as if it isn't leaning over anyway. So there we go. We'll have a look at this EM2 when it comes round now. And we'll draw the other one to a halt in the station as well, while we have a look at this one. So let's have a look. Yeah, the detail on these is quite amazing for the year. Electra. Yeah, it's one of their best models. Now I'm sure, like I said before, I think one of these actually moves. Oops. Is it that one? Or that one? I'm really not sure now. Yeah, I'm going to pause the video. Yes, I found it. It's the one in the middle there. It's quite well disguised. And it's quite hard to slide. But it's got two positions, as you can see there, two clicks. And yeah, I particularly like the pantographs. They've got springs on the bottom so that it comes up quite nice and high. And then they kind of lock at the bottom. Sometimes they get a bit stuck, but yeah, it's a fine model, that one. So let's get the, I think we'll get the Princess going. This one's got magnesium, by the way. Could probably pull the house down, you know, on the steel track, which it is. So there's no problems with haulage with this one, and it's got quite a nice smooth motor as well. So I'm really happy with that one. They do fetch a bit of a price on eBay, these things, and in model shops as well. I mean, I've seen quite tatty ones go for £100. Fortunately, I didn't pay that for this one, so I was quite lucky. Let's see if I can get the Princess out. I'll just do another quick pause. And this model is from 1984, so we've got models from the 60s, the 70s and the 80s. So it's tender drive. She's got a Stanier coach and some Mark 1s, all in the blood and custard livery. And she's got really nice valve gear, nice and sturdy looking. So we'll bring her round and have a look at her in a minute. Here she comes. Looking pretty good. Right, so we'll have a look at a bus, I think, shall we? Shall we have a look at a bus? Right, so I've just picked two buses here that are particularly, well, I particularly like this one. This one's from the northwest. On the writing here it says it's St Helens Corporation Transport, with the little insignia there, the crest on the side of the bus, and it's got all the information on the side, like the address of the operating company and the that might be the unladen weight. It's got nice detailed hubs on the wheels. On the, let's see if we can focus on the step. If you look at the step on the inside, it's got the words on the left hand side, it says upper deck. On the right hand side it says lower deck. It's got a sliding door, which is unusual. Must confess I've never seen a bus with a sliding door. It does slide, but it tends to move the glazing out of the way when it does so I'll leave that. Oops, I left it in the way of the train. So yeah, that, the type of bus that is, I don't really know. It says on the bottom it's a corgi, and it says East Lancs 50s style original omnibus, and that's it. So it's a 50s style bus, and that's all they're going to tell us. But it is yeah, it's quite a nice looking bus, that one. Now this one, I can tell you, is a Bristol low decker, slightly lower than most buses, to clear buses that were under about 14'6". So this is just about 13 foot or something. So it's got a lower floor. So if I put it down, you can see the floor is the entrance door there. You've got quite a low floor. The floor is lowered to save the height at the top. And this type of bus, I think, was used in that comedy series On the Buses with Reg Varney. And there my knowledge runs out. I think they were made in Bristol. Yeah, it was called a Bristol low decker, I think. So the engineering on it would have been by Bristol. Not sure if they made their own bodies. Most bus people will know that a lot of buses have a separate chassis and engine made by, I don't know, it might be Volvo or AEC or whoever, and then it has a body put on by, I don't know, Eastern Coachworks up, well, they used to be in Lowestoft, or one of the other coachwork companies. Alexander is the main one, I think, these days. So the buses I drive at my garage are Dennis, mainly Dennis chassis and engines with an Alexander body. I think I've probably exhausted my bus knowledge. I think those two black things either side of the destination board are vents that go back to the engine, which is, I think, or is it? Yeah, it's to disperse the heat from the engine, I imagine. I don't know. Maybe someone knows. There's another vent there on the side, you can see. But yeah, fascinating looking bus, that one. So that's about it on the buses for now. If I think of anything else to say about some of my buses, I'll come back at you with it. So let's say goodbye to this one. Probably a candidate for the best model that Triang ever made. And I'm talking about Triang, not the Hornby mob. We'll just have a quick look at this. I think it's Princess Margaret Rose. Could be wrong, couldn't I? Let me get down. Oh dear, I'll never get up again. Let's have a look. Oh, it's Princess Elizabeth. There you go. It would have been one of those, wouldn't it, I think. Yeah. Nice engine. 4 cylinders. 2 there on the inside. You can see the tail rod covers. 2 on each side on the outside. Quite powerful machines. And then he made them even more powerful, did Stania, and turned them into the Duchess class, or Princess Coronation. And they were very powerful. I think they were in the region of about 2,000 horsepower or even more, which is a lot for a steam engine. So, having said that, I'll say goodbye, and I'll see you next time.